Poi bianchi mi più lo vinci però forte.
line up, do handshakes, do the coin toss, and then we'll do the minute silence around the side.
Should we do coin toss, Gerks? Come on, Giles. Okay, come on, Isaac, come on! Come on. Johnny, you need a hand. Jason, he's our man. To you.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for having me. It's a beautiful day for some football.
Absolutely a beautiful day. Probably a hot day for the players on the pitch. It's around 34 degrees.
It does, yeah. Avondale definitely look like the team to beat, but as we've mentioned, St Albans come off a 3-0 win against South Melbourne, so that's no bad fixture at all. So should be a goal fest today.
Let's hope so. These two teams have played each other 13 times. Dinamo's main pitch, and Ross will go through the lineups. I'll start off with the visitors. Avondale, number 3, Daniel Edwards. 4, the captain, Aidan Bryce. 5, Matthew Reid. 10 is Matt. For Dinamo.
Yes, so we've got in net number 21 Jackson Riley, number 2 Gideon Arok, number 3 Alex Mills, number 4 Jerome Sharan, number 8 Brian Summerskill, number 11 Joey Monek, number 13 Joseph Kalina, number 16 and the captain Michael Gergich, scored last week against South Melbourne, number 18 Joshua Gulvevsky, number 19 Emmanuel Peters, number 20 Joshua Diven.
Our referees for today is Adam Bafka, Sebastian Sturl. Pitch 3, very similar to the main pitch, so Avondale won't be able to play their free-flowing football. How did Dinamo counteract that?
I think Dinamo just played the same game they played last week against South Melbourne. Look, a 3-0 defeat, no matter the team that you put out. We obviously do know South Melbourne put out a very weakened side, I guess you could say, but they've beaten the reigning Premiers, champions, whatever you want to call them, 3-0 at their home. So they've done it before, they can do it again, I think.
Absolutely, it's been a long time between drinks, as we mentioned. Been a bit of a goal fest this round, Ross. As we mentioned, Gully going down 5-0 to Dandy City, Preston winning 2-0 against South Melbourne, and Hume winning 2-0 against Altona Magic. So let's hope there's a couple of goals here today.
Yes, let's hope. I mean, I was obviously at that Preston South game, being a Greek native as well myself. Alex, you were there yourself as well, weren't you?
Absolutely.
So it was great atmosphere, 10,000 people nearly at that game, which is unheard of, I guess, in the second division of Australian football. But yeah, a delight of a game. Football won, I guess you could say. So
absolutely, it's a beautiful game, and great credit to both sides and fans that attended. As Trajewski, quick movements here, a lovely through ball there, finds Valentini this time onside as well, looking to open it up against Arok. Into the box, goes to his left, good defending there from Arok, and happily sees that go over the line. Offside. And Dinamo's defence holds off as Alex Mills. So back to Arok.
they are, yes. I mean, it's classic Avondale, isn't it? First 4 weeks we've seen that as well, and they score for fun. So Dinamo will just look to obviously hold off Avondale scoring. I mean, if they score less than 3, I think they've done a good job, but we'll see. Dinamo might be able to snag it.
From the throw, who finds Colleen up. Straight that time. And Manos easily in the palm of his hands, but that was a lot better from Dinamo. There, Ross.
It was very nice football. They scored a similar goal against South Melbourne, their opening goal. Manuel Peters down the wing, crosses the ball in and finishes at home. Could have been deja vu for all the people watching and the South fans, I guess, but here's Valentini now.
Valentini has Aguirre into the box. Tavia coming in as well. It's maybe just took a heavy touch. Player's gone down, a shot comes in. He'll go over the bar, but no foul given by the referee. Seemed to be a fair challenge as another chance here for Dinamo as they play forward Riley, and it'll be a throw. Riley and Mills linking up. A rock going back to his keeper. A bit of a turnover in the middle of the park, but they win it back now. Lofty ball over the top. It's a foot race here. Avondale have the numbers in the back. It's solid defending now. Can they get out of the defensive half? A bit of a sure tug. Referee plays advantage. Eventually, Adam Bavco will pull it back for a free kick for Avondale. But quickly played on as they play it wide to the left-hand side in Edwards. Trajewski dropping into assist. Switches it to the right-hand side and finds Kerr. Lovely ball. Good control from Kerr. Both teams not afraid to switch cross fields, Ross, and hopefully to catch each other out, looks like it.
It is, yeah. We've seen Dinamo very, I guess, right dominant so far, but it was nice to see a little play down the left side, obviously. But yeah, now Kerr has just sent the ball into the middle of the park. But
Peters having to defend.
They are, yeah. Avondale, they can bite at any moment, and we've seen Dinamo in the past capitalise on silly errors from defensive issues, and I guess it's still anyone's game right now, 10 minutes into the game, but we'll see. First goal wins it, you'd think, or a couple more, I guess, for Avondale, but we'll see.
Mills, formerly of Preston Lions, as high press here from Avondale. Again, Kerr just cutting that one off. So Avondale forwards are putting the pressure on and forcing the turnover. Short one in. Turnover again. A lovely ball over the top. Peters has 3 to beat. Headed away that time from Bryce. Valentini happy to concede a bit of ground. Katabian. Valentini, well, got a lucky break, but he rides it. He keeps going forward. Puts it in square to Aguirre. Releases. Trajewski just couldn't get it under control, but Katabian's there to clean up. Kerr. Avondale now really squeezing Dinamo as Bryce and Reed linking up nicely. Trouble is yet they finally get it into Bryce. He'll go back to Manos. Edwards with a bit of space on the left-hand side. He looks up, nothing to avail. Trajewski to assist. Tavia Player of the month for February. It's outstanding so far for Avondale since coming across from Port Melbourne and Green Gully. Lovely turn there from Kerr. The challenge came through. Agiek assist onside. And lining up here, pushes it in. Oh, Valentini was inches away there as Trajewski keeps it in. Oh, Trajewski almost got a lucky 1-2 as Summerskill there to help out. And Katabian's there to clean up. They're just finding it really difficult to get out of the fence. A Trajewski spin move. Cut off by Grigic as Valentini giving away a foul there. So Avondale Ross really looking dangerous when they go forward. They're really spreading the Dinamo defence apart.
They are, yeah. This combo of, I guess, Aguek, Kerr and Valentini, they're just too quick so far for Dinamo's fullbacks. But they're pushing. They've been pretty defensively sound so far as Dinamo brings out our defence. It's Arok, it's Gergic, it's Peters.
Gillespie dropping deep to assist now for a bit of space on the far side. Streaming forward. Here's Monet. Another ball into the box here. Opportunities arise. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Peters now just on the edge of the box. One-on-one against Edward. Dummies. Needs a bit of assistance here. Trying to create some space. He lost it over the top. Just a bit too much there. And another chance goes begging for Dinamo. As Kerr just holds up the play a little bit. Allow to get numbers behind the ball. Short into Tavia. If they can get out of here, oh, it's a dangerous ball in a chance for Dinamo now into Peters. Just couldn't put his body in line, but they get it back again now, but desperate defending here. The shot comes in. That time going into the car park, but a decent effort nevertheless, Ross, and that's a lot better there from Dinamo.
It is, that's a lot better. We've seen Emmanuel Peters is in space, he just needs to turn and shoot, and then we've seen, yeah, just the wingers, the midfield, they're all overloading the midfield, and the defensive error again from Avondale. Just St. Albans trying to capitalise.
Manos to bring it back into play here for the Avengers. Trying to keep their perfect record intact here. Will go short to Bryce. Dropping to Via. We've got to be careful here. We don't want to mix up as Manos eventually sends it forward, but just a tad too long for Agu at that time. Peters now. Good defending from Edwards. Katabian there to help. Wide. Another through ball finds Agiek. Dinamo trying to get numbers back as Mills there to clean up. He'll go back to Jackson Riley in goals. defending here of Trajceski. Foul given away that time from Chelina. Tavia finds Valentini. Valentini looking to take on Gridge, gets it on the edge of the box, he has a shot, but couldn't get enough curl to come back that time, Ross, and probably a wasted opportunity for the Avengers.
Yeah, he has. He's tried that a couple of times as well. If he just takes, I guess, a couple steps to the left, a couple steps to the right, he's got bodies in the box. He can just cross the ball in. And Aguek, Trajceski's there, Kirker's there. Anyone there can score a goal, so he's just have to find the people in the box.
Riley, that time a short ball into Arok to Jurgic. And the assistant referee on our side just deemed that ball was out.
It looked close.
It's very close indeed. As Joey Katabian now. No, it will be Edwards. Looks for Valentini. 2 to beat. Good work there by Peters. Edwards. Peters clears, but only as far as Katabian, who happy to go back to his defenders in Reed. And Avondale just seem to be winning the ball back a bit too easily here, Ross, and it's something that maybe Cam Watson needs to make a slight adjustments there, making sure that they don't give it away cheaply. As we have Avondale on the attack here, and it will be a corner.
Yeah. Avondale seems as well, controlling the possession in defence, waiting for the open window and just firing that long ball over to Kirker or even to Valentini, and now obviously they've got a corner off it, so it's worked out for them. So Jackson Riley just organising his defence, making sure as a cross comes in, it's missed by everyone. Handball shouts that time on Diven, but the referee says it'll be a throw. Deep in left wing. Edwards again.
Goes short. Agiek back to Edwards. Trajceski now. Tavia. Katabian. Happy to go back to Manos in goals as he finds his captain in Bryce. Edwards. Trajceski, 2 to beat. The challenge came through from Iraq. Play on, says the referee now. Good opportunity here. He finds Gilevsky. Gets it into the box. Goes down. Referee waves. Play on. Very, very soft to give that a penalty, Ross, from our eyes here. Looked like a clean foul.
Yeah, Adams closer, I guess he just knows. But it looked like he was potentially going down already, so it's just Avondale again with the counter-attack.
Chance now for Aguiak up the other end now. Over the top!
Oh!
Skims past the post. Trajceski was also waiting for it. And Dinamo breathed a sigh of relief, but Manny Aguiak that time really should have done better. Ross says, we've got to play it down. It looks like Joseph Chelina there.
Yes, 20 years old as well. Former Melbourne Knights. See, played 10 games off the bench last season.
Give the players a chance at a quick drinks break here. Ross, how have you seen the first 20 minutes so far?
I think Avondale's attacking well, so Dinamo's defending well. So it's, and they're also attacking well. So it's all a bit, football's about decision making, and it's just those margins that change the game. And if Aguek, I guess, crossed the ball into Trajceski there, would have made total difference, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, they definitely had more of the attacking chances though, but haven't been able to capitalise. Dynamo's defence is holding off this. Maybe it's a good time for Cam Watson to just make a few adjustments to his side and just let him know what's working well for him and what needs to sort of change. Going forward, they look quite good. They're just that final third that they aren't able to pull the trigger. But other than that, the midfield is probably where one battle they need to get under control. Brian Summerskill definitely needs a bit of assistance from Joseph Chelina, and even though Gillespie is dropping deep to help, the trio of Katabian, Tavia and Trajewski are really doing the damage.
It is. It's a very strong midfield. And Dynamo's attack as well. You've got Manuel Peters there. He's got 7 goals last year for Port Melbourne. And he's playing out wide. Obviously, he did play up top for a period for Port Melbourne. And he's out wide. And Diven up top as well. Tasmanian born, obviously, ex-Western Yard youth. He's got 2 goals last season in 26 games. So it's not the, I guess, most convincing front line, but they make it work. And that's the main thing.
Well, in football, all that matters is the goals go in the back of the net and you defend your goals and anything can happen. But so far, so good as we come back from the drinks break. Chance now for Dynamo to get something going. They've been, I'll not say outplayed in the first 20-odd minutes, but they've definitely been on their defensive half a majority of that time, as Riley to bring it back into play. Goes right down the middle as it was flicked on as Edwards. Happy to go back to Manos. Well, Kerr was a good
Brilliant.
metre and a half behind. He still managed to outbeat him as Aguirre now can swing it wide here to Valentini. He just needed to take a bit of pace off that one.
Too much, yeah. It's good, Avondale. They've got a lot of people dropping back, obviously, to help the midfield. It might be concerning, might not be, it might work for them. But, yeah, it's just outnumbering the Dynamo midfield.
Captain Ingrigic looks for Peters. Just as Aguirre and Sevilla. Kerr trying to get around Monet. Bryce looks to go direct route, but just had a bit too much there for Kerr, and allows Jackson Riley to pick that one up. So a rock, nothing presenting in front. It will go short to Mills. Looks to go wide, but chose to go direct over the top. It's a
Great
good ball. Chance now for Dynamo. Oh, it got through nicely now into the box. Can he pull the trigger? They're lining up here. Shot comes in, and then there it is. Josh Diven puts Dynamo up 1-0. What a finish that was, Ross. Talk us through it.
Brilliant, brilliant football. Edge of the box as well, near post. Just gets past Tom Manos. Beautiful through ball as well. Cross into the centre of play. Edge of the 18-yard and just slots the near post. Brilliant. Manos will not be happy with that one on his 101st NPL Victoria appearance. But 1-0 up, Dynamo.
Against the run of play, Dynamo shocked the league leaders. And the Dynamo faithful happy with that one. They tried to bring the home side across the line, and the challenge has been put down to the Avengers now. Can they do the unthinkable, Ross, and take out the Avengers here? They did it last week against South. They'll be riding high with confidence. And today presents another challenge, and so far, so good by them, as Grigic leading the line there. Trying to soak up a bit of time, as Peters will have a bit of a chat too, as Adam Babcock, experienced campaigner, knows that the time wasting tricks by everyone here, so he wants to get the game going here. As chance for Avondale as Aguiec getting out muscled that time. Coming in was Bryce again.
Tavian as well sends a nice ball to Valentini. Goes near post again. Always common trend with Valentini here.
Well, Dinamo were just caught off guard there as they thought that Valentini was behind, but the quick-witted Valentini got on the end of it and really probably should have put it at least the pressure on Riley to force a save, but it looks like Grigic has gone down there in the breaking play.
He's back on his feet now. And we'll start play with Jackson Riley. And he sends it long. Finds Diven, he does. Into VR. It's Peters. Ball down the side to Diven. And it's a foul.
Professional foul that time by Aiden Bryce. The Dinamo Hill wanting a foul there. Well, they got it, but they also wanted to card it. Probably got a lucky one there, Aiden Bryce. But nevertheless, it's an opportunity here for Dinamo through Monet. Could they do the unthinkable, Ross, and put another one in the back of the net here? As Monet now whips it into the box. Manos had to get there first as a quick release to Tavia. Gets bundled over, play on, says the referee. Now they're pushing forward here. They go back to Arok. Mills. Summerskill. Puts Mills under pressure there now. He keeps it in. Happy to go back to Riley.
Zarok. Beautiful ball to Diven. Tries to header it. Oh, and it's a foul.
It's a type of football Dinamo like, the stop-start, just stops teams getting into rhythm, Ross. You just feel like they know that they put their body in front, that the whistle will blow for them, and just slow down the tempo and the momentum that Avondale get and just frustrate them and get him on the counter. As Mills is under the pump now, they go back to Riley. He has to go first time. He does. Straight down the middle. Bryce winning that one. And Riley will get it back again. This time with a throw to Monet. Got to be careful. Kerr. And
free kick.
Get the free kick there. How do they hold this lead, Ross, in a final? So they've got still another 15 minutes left to go. It's a long time, but how do they hold on to this league in your eyes?
I tell you what will hold on to the lead. This fans here today, opportunity to be a very hostile environment, and I think that'll work in Dinamo's favour. Because we've got all the boys here. There's obviously a couple Avondale fans here supporting the team, but the fans got them over the edge against South Melbourne. I think they'll get them over the edge for Avondale as well.
Avondale now deep in the defensive half. Ooh, dangerously turned over again now. Can Dinamo make them pay? Diven's been busy early on. The challenge come through. And it'll be another free kick here. So another set piece for Dinamo right in front of the Avondale bench. Zoran Markovski not happy at all. He's letting Adam Bafkar know about a couple of challenges. Can they find a second here? Cross comes in. It's a good one. Oh, it's headed backwards. Edwards. Peters. Happy to see that one go over the line.
Slows the game down a little bit as well.
Grigic, the captain, short. We'll get it back again. Has a rock. They go back to Mills. Oh, just almost lost it. Stuck under his feet. He took on the challenge. Good work by Valentini. Edwards used his body well. Goes back to Manos. Goes in short to Reed. Trajcheski. Little think over the top there from Trajcheski now. It's a foot race. Kerr spins around. He gets it into the box. It's Kerr. Takes a deflection. And Valentini was there, but maybe that deflection just took it off course and they get a corner here, Ross.
Yeah, I think he was shooting as well. Not too sure. It looked like he was going towards goal. Deflection probably just put it off par a little bit, but a bit severe, I think, on the corner. It will be. It sends the ball in. Does it find the head? It doesn't. Goes in for a keeper kick.
If you read that time, getting up, unable to get the connection he wanted, but Dinamo will be happy. As Riley to bring it back into play. Goes short to Arok. Looks upfield. Needs to be... Finds Peters. Good work from Peters. Oh, needed a better ball that time by Gulevsky, but they win it back now. It's Peters now. They're streaming forward here. Emmanuel Peters. Wings wide. Gulevsky. Just leant back too much and sliced it wide. But another good push forward there, Ross, but just maybe a bit wasteful.
They look good. They look good when Emmanuel Peters cuts inside. And obviously Alters, it looks like he's got a good partnership here with Josh Diven. So it's nice to see as well. I'm loving this little battle between Peters and Edwards. It's a really nice physical battle going on between them, and it's going both ways each time. So
Kerr now cuts in. He's made a good run, looking for opportunity, gets it back again. Kerr shoots. That one stayed wide as soon as it left the boot. Just feel a sense of Avondale being frustrated now, and they're just shooting in hope that it's going to go in the back of the net, not really taking their time and asserting themselves in good positions there, Ross.
They did. Well, we did see they went 1-0 down against Melbourne Victory last week, and obviously the red card for Victory did cause Avondale to score 4, but that first 15-20 minutes they were on the back foot.
Peters keeps it in. Summerskill wins the header. Gets a round of applause from the home fans. Edwards just waiting for the ball to be patiently brought back. Goes direct route as Valentini brings it down. Peters, a rock clears upfield. Won by that time by Bryce. Peters. Oh, just showed too much there. Edwards keeps running now. Good work from Edwards, but Peters was back there. And that one will roll over for a goal kick, and Riley to bring it back into play. Under 10 minutes left to go here at Churchill Reserve. Pitch 3. So far so good for Dinamo. Can they hold that lead off to half time? There's a question most fans will be asking. There's Riley to bring it back into play now. Looks direct to Diven as wins the head up. Peters back there to help. Grigic steamways through. Good work now. Diven now. Challenge from Valentini. All good work. They win it back now. Dinamo push forward. Gillespie. Of the park to Arok. No pressure from the forwards here from Avondale as Mills goes to the left-hand side. It's a lovely ball. It's kept in. Summerskill darts one into the box, but Reed got there first. He gets his ball back, Summerskill. Tried to play the 1-2s. It has come off now. To switch it wide to Peters. One-on-one situation. Emmanuel Peters gets it on his right foot. Squares it. Manos with the save. Eventually cleared by Katavian to Valentini. Trejcheski now looks upfield. Valentini made the darting run. He kept running out. Stefan Valentini now gets it into the box. Crosses it in. It's good defending there. And Riley got a hand to it in the end. And Joey Monet let Manny Aguirre know about that one. But that was a good bit of play there from Avondale, Ross.
We've been yearning for that all game as well. We've been yearning for it. Valentini down the wing, cross the ball in, see what happens. And that's just what happens. Is obviously just wrong-footed a little bit in the end. And Jackson Riley's done brilliantly there to that diving save and keeps the ball in. Looks like we've got a halt in play.
Jerome Sharon and looks like Aiden Bryce just being spoken to by the referee. It looks like Matthew Reed also being spoken to by the referee. So Adam Bavka just letting the players know to settle it down. It's been a good, clean game so far. Shake of the hands. Let's get the play going, boys. There's Josh Diven really causing havoc for Avondale, Ross, even though he's outnumbered in the fence, but he's just holding it up nicely for him.
You would think Dinamo would 1-0 up, you'd think they would sit back, but they're not. They're not shying away from anything here, and Avondale's stressing out a little bit, and Divens just seems to be that physical presence they needed up top. And obviously he's working off the likes of Summerskill and Emmanuel Peters, which is not the worst attacks in the world, but it seemed to work for them so far. So first half's all theirs.
Mills into the middle of the park. Diven used his body well.
Dived in a little bit there.
Quickly taken that time by Reed. Finds Kerr on the wing. Just unable to get the ball moving here. Tavia took a heavy touch now. Finds Gillespie. Out wide to Sharon. Summerskill. Just a game that's sort of swung in Dinamo's favour here, Ross. Feels like they're controlling the game and the tempo, and Avondale are really chasing it at the moment.
Yeah, well, it's Avondale's game to lose. So 1-0 up as well. The defence is pretty sound as well. Obviously Gergic as well, just playing the more central midfield role now. Everyone's pushing up as well. They want this game.
They do.
Simple
They're
as
up
that.
for it as they go wide. Monet keeps it in just. He plays it to Sharon. Summerskill. Oh, it's another through ball that time. Looking for Diven. And it'll be an Avondale throw right in front of their bench. As we head into the 40th minute mark here at Churchill Reserve, it is Dinamo leading 1-0 thanks to a Josh Diven goal. Avondale have had their chances as Trejcheski that time not linking up with Aguirre. We go back to Mills. A rock. Goes wide to Peters. Gillespie gets out trouble nicely.
Back to Riley. Summerskill. Back to the keeper who sends it out for throw in.
In the grand scheme of things, Ross, this could be a huge game for Dynamo if they take him out, because next week they have Oakley, and he'll be favouring Dynamo in that one, and Avondale, they face a red-hot Preston Lions next week, so this game is really important for confidence for both of these sides, and at the moment, Dynamo just leading, even by the smallest of margins. They'll be riding high as they come forward. Summerskilled. Mills just lofts it up in the air. That time headed away by Courtney Perkins. Avondale now. Tavia. He's been involved in a game but hasn't been able to create a bit of magic as he has over previous games. Oh, Bryce that time. That was a shocking back pass to Courtney Perkins. Just seemed a little bit rattled now as Dynamo find a bit of space in the middle. Gilevsky. Mills. Arok's got to be careful here. Oh, puts Mills under the pump. He clears it. Chests it down. Katabian. Can he find a pass? They go wide, but Summerskills is there, and he'll be happy to see that one go over the line, and it will be a goal kick heading into the final few minutes before half time.
Back with the keeper again. Got a couple of touches this game.
Riley to bring it back into play, sends it one over to the left-hand side of the pitch. Peters just wasn't able to keep it in, quickly taken. Katabian all going back, hoofed forward that time by Bryce. It's a solid effort that time from Bryce. He had Riley backpedaling. Hey, well, it's worth a try.
It was as well. He's got the wind in his favour as well. So,
and I think there would have been a few Dynamo faithful with heart in their mouths. That one it looked good off the boot, and Riley ensured he had it covered. Bring it back into play again. I'm looking for Peters again. And about Bryce, he finds Chelina, Diven, Tavia. Switches it wide to Kerr.
So as well, we've just seen the wingers swap as well. We've seen obviously Valentini move to the right and Kerr move to the left.
So yeah, sorry, apologies. They're both wearing orange boots at times.
It's just instincts there, but they've swapped positions, which we'll see how this works out. Obviously,
offside that time, so Zoran Markowski making one little tactical change before the halftime break. Will it pay off? Dynamo not in a rush to bring it back into play as we wait for the fourth official to put how much extra time we're going to play here. Haven't seen the board go up as yet as we head into the 45th minute here. As Riley this time sticks to, that's hard to head it away again. Dynamo just holding it up here. Oh, gets around his marker nicely that time. Can he find someone still going forward? They're lining up now. Summerskill has Chelina back to a rock. Will be 2 minutes of added time.
To rock back to Riley. Back to a rock. It goes out.
And Grigic gets a yellow card. Not sure why, but that's his First yellow card for this season, Michael Grigic, the captain.
Is it for time wasting? Is it potentially?
I'm not sure if it's time wasting, but
Yeah. Oh. And Iraq's on the floor in pain.
well, I'm not sure how much was in that one, but the Dinamo faithful wanting a card. I don't think it was too much involvement there. Maybe just more so trying to waste a bit of time. And Adam Bavka's experienced enough to know not to fall for it, but effort there by the Dinamo Hill, as they're known. As is a one last roll of dice here for the Avengers as Katabian puts a through ball now. It's a chance. It's Aguirre. Good save.
Brilliant save.
And Dinamo go up the other end as Tavia is brought down. What a save that was. It was a lovely ball through, and Aguirre once again having a chance there, Ross, but Jackson Riley coming up trumps.
Jackson Riley's done brilliant there. Stick a leg out as well. Oh. And this last free kick to close the game out, you would think, as well, as we count down the final seconds of the additional time. And it'll be Katabian who takes it.
It's Katabian, just chips it up into the box, headed backwards. And Adam Bafkar blows the whistle here at Churchill Reserve, pitch 3 for this round 5 clash. And it is the home side leading 1-0 thanks to a goal by Josh Diven in the 24th minute. Ross, how have you seen the first 45 minutes here?
I think the first half of that half was all Dinamo, and then the goal came and it's just been attack for Avondale, and Riley in goal has just been, it was brilliant. Simply as that. Made a couple of good saves as well. And yes, Josh Diven with the goal to seal the 1-0 lead at half time.
Well, it was a game of two halves in the opening half as Avondale got off to a great start, but then that drinks break really turned the tide for Dinamo as they managed to score after that. So plenty of football still left to come. We've got a big 45 minutes coming up. Can Dinamo hold off the league leaders and make it 2 on the bounce? Or will Avondale come home with a flurry? Plenty of football left to come. We'll be back right after this break.
Sun's perked up over there.
Last 15 up.
Gonna get back to you.
but we'll try to describe the play as we can. Good sliding tackle there from Mills. Gets a round of applause from the home fans, and that was a missed opportunity there from Kerr Ross to really get the Avengers back on equal terms.
It was, yeah, just the heavy touch did it for him. If he was a little bit shorter, then he's by himself in the middle of the box and one-on-one with the keeper, but it's just unfortunate there. Mills has done exceptionally there, slided out of play.
Bryce in the centre of the park goes wide to Edwards, right in front of his bench on the left-hand side. Puts the ball into the box. Chance for Tavia. It's blocked there by Summerskill. They come back the other way. It's Gillespie now. He goes wide. He finds Sharan. One-on-one here with Courtney Perkins on the left side, camera side. Sharan twisting, turning. Oh, too straightforward. Showed too much of it. Good work by Trojczewski. Finds Kerr in front of us. Trojczewski. Katabian. Just got him in this little pocket here as Trojczewski flicks it through. Good work that time from Kalina. He wins it back. Almost getting in the way is Bavkar. That's the ref. Arok. Oh, Tavia pickpocket him that time now. Opportunity, put a challenge through. It's Tavia. Tavia! That time straight at Riley again, but it was a missed opportunity again. As we have the visual back. Ross, that was another chance for Avondale. Going begging.
It was as well. Not too sure who it was who slid in at the back of Tavia, but he's done well to stay up and then obviously had that shot. But yeah, Riley as well, keeping up the standard he had in the first half and second half, which is brilliant to see.
Peters, Grigic, just a rock cutting that one off. Summerskill in the centre of the park. Monet, Gillespie. Finds Sharan. Something that you won't hear too often is Dinamo have more possession than their opposing side. I'm not sure when we've ever seen or heard that before, Ross, but it's been really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I think even in that South Melbourne game, they won 3-0. They had less, which is weird, surprising. Obviously, it's all the kickoff South Melbourne taking, but here is Sharon.
Good defending that time from Courtney Perkins. I must mention though, Josh, Grigic will be having his 33rd birthday this Friday, so we wish a happy birthday to the captain, and also Kamara Kalilau turns 26 on Tuesday, so big happy birthday to those two players, instrumental to their side as Sharan now bring it in for Dinamo. Summerskill offers short. I'll get it to him. Goes back to Sharan. He's kept it in, but not the greatest of crosses. Trojczewski, nicely done to Tavia now.
Yeah.
Kerr's got to stay on side. He does. Good tackle there from Monet. Reed to Bryce in the centre of the park. Lovely through ball. Tavia, they go wide again, this time to Valentini. Valentini now drags it across and runs out of space, and it will be a goal kick. To the round of applause from the Dinamo Hill. Opening minutes, Ross, how have you seen the game so far?
I think it's very similar to the first half. Well, we saw the first 15 minutes. It was very back and forth football, and Avondale pretty much on top of the game, which seems to be the case now. Obviously, St Albans have had a couple chances to capitalise as they did in the first half, and now it's all Avondale so far.
Oh, Kerr just stepping on the ball, finds. I'll play the 1-2, an offside flag is raised, but it won't matter. It was a good save in the end from Riley. And Avondale, Ross just couldn't get themselves in order there. It was a really good passage of play, but just couldn't beat the offside trap.
Yeah, not too sure what Zoran Markovsky said at halftime to his boys, but they're all working together much nicely now. They're finding each other in the middle of the park. We saw the first half. They were just shooting from distance.
Might be a change here for Dynamo, as we'll keep an eye on that one. As Riley to bring it back into play. He's had an outstanding game so far. He goes long, looking for Diven. Wins the header well. Peters switching to the left-hand side. Courtney Perkins trying to slow him down now. Brings it back out, Galevsky. In the centre of the park. They go back to Arok. Switched out wide to the captain in Grigic. Lovely ball work here from Dynamo. Can he get across in, trying to create some space? Cross comes in, just over hits that one. And that might bring the change on now for Dynamo. I think Emmanuel Peters is coming off. An interesting sub there, so Cam Watson making a change as Avondale unable to get out of their defensive half. Trying to see who came on, Ross. I didn't get a chance to see that, unless you were able to pick that one up. As Monaik looks to bring it in. Goes short to Galevsky. Trojczewski winning that one. Kerr now. Switches it wide to Valentini. Valentini now trying to get past Grigic. Does, but too many shirts around. Gets bodied that time. And number 6 is James Exidius.
Yes, James Exidius, formerly of Bentley Greens in Altona Magic. Took a career break in 2023 before joining then the City last season, and obviously now at Dynamo.
Kerr trying to cut in. Monaik slowing his run down. They have to go back to Bryce. Kerr and Monaik just having a few choice words up to that one as Grigic sliding in, and it will be a corner. Ten minutes played in the second half. Best chance so far going Avondale's way. As the corner comes in, it's low, headed away by Arok that time. More mistimed. That was Katabian now. Edwards is there to clean up. A bit of miscommunication or mistimed as Valentini was way offside. He knew that too and just chose to ignore. You have to let it go. Monet. Galevsky. Finds Exidius now. Switching flanks. Summerskill. Bit of space now as Chelina goes wide. Finds Exidius. Darting into the middle. Playing the 1-2 with Diven. Good work. There's Exidius! Manos cleans it up on the second chance, but that was really well worked there by Dynamo Dross.
It was, yeah, and here's Kerr now again as they try counter-attack. It's Tavia. It's bodied off the ball by Jerome Sharan, who receives a yellow card.
First yellow for the season.
Jerome Sharan spent some time at Huesca Academy in Spain, formerly of Hume City as well. Yellow card today, first for the season, as mentioned.
Sevilla, good touch. Plays it into Kerr now. Monet, great tackle there. And it'll be another corner here for the Avengers. Zoran Markowski looking to make a double change on the far side. Oh, it's a triple change actually. We don't have so Katabian is coming off. And looks like Valentini's off as well. And looks like Kerr as well. So 3 big players coming off, and coming on will be Yusuf Ahmed, Khalil Al-Kamara, and didn't see who the another player was. We'll get that shortly as the corner comes in. Headed away. So Zoran Markowski rings in the changes here. And it looks like Yite Towns. So a lot of experience here coming on. Can they make a difference? Apologies if we get the subs wrong. We don't have a subs board here today, so we'll do our very best to get you the names. Sorry, that's George Ott, not Kamara. My apologies.
Three like-for-like changes, pretty much.
Yeah, very good call, Ross. And George didn't receive a good round of applause when he was coming off in the first half. The Dinamo faithful still holding something against him, as a lovely switch wide to Sharani. Just couldn't get it under control. Towns. They go back to Manos. Oh, that looked close from here. They give it away, Grigic. Summer skill. Sliced there off the foot from Courtney Perkins. Headed away by Bryce. Summer skill again out wide, this time to Zedius. He keeps it in on the far side. Cross comes in, headed away. Monake's there to clean up. Good work here from Monake. Iraq. Oh, it's a lovely ball out wide again. Zedius will get on the end of it. Just had too much on there, and it'll be a goal kick. Manos again. Oh, really leaving it to the very last second here as Towns finds Trojczewski. Good work from the Summerskills now. It's Brian Summerskill. They're waiting for it in the middle. Tried to put a through ball in. Tavia. Oh, Trojczewski gets hit the back of his heel, but he recovers. Reed giving it away. Just clumsy football here from Avondale. They're going forward. Oh, Diven lets it go. Good. And Gilevsky coming back to assist. Cleared by Mills. Hitting the hour mark now. Dinamo, half an hour left to go. Can they bring it home? Finds Tavia. Trojczewski. Rode the tackle. Play on, says advantage. Finds Kerr.
It's Courtney Perkins from distance. And it's brilliant save there by Jackson Riley once again. Jackson Courtney Perkins, the right back, making a run into the box. Offsides the call. Follow up.
Riley to bring it back into play for Dinamo.
Sharan.
Good touch. Perkins, Towns. Just slipped. Quickly taken. Finds Bryce. Given away by Bryce. Galevsky now. Grigic happy to go back to Riley. Gets an up and under. Headed away by Reed. Only as far as Zidius. Dinamo have the numbers. Summerskill. Got pickpocket there. It's Yusuf Ahmed now. Yusuf Ahmed, lovely through ball. It's Ott on his... Well, he plays it wide. It's Ahmed! And they made him pay. After coming on, Yusuf Ahmed scores to make it 1-1.
Assisted by other substitute George Ott as well, which was good to see. Changes making a difference in this game. 1-1 now. I was just about to say, Avondale look nervous. Nervous football. Haven't been in this position much, and they've just scored and make it 1-1.
Well, it wasn't pretty football, but all that matters is it goes in the back of the net. And the league leaders draw level. A magic from Ott and Yusuf Ahmed. Manaik. Sharan, lovely little backheel, but cut off by Towns. Bit unlucky there. Thought it was Dinamo's ball, to be honest. And Joey Manaik that time getting bowled over. It's starting to get a little bit feral as Adam Babkar just checks on Manaik on after that challenge. As we have a break in play, as allow for a medic to come and just make sure Manaik is okay. Ross, with 25 minutes left to go, what does Dinamo and Avondale need to do to get over the line?
I think Avondale has the momentum, and I think that's the most important thing here. But Dinamo, they wanted more, they had the lead, and they've got the fans here that are very, very hostile towards the Avondales. So I think it's both sides obviously have their pros, but it's Avondale with the... I mean, we're going to the drinks break, so this could break all momentum, unfortunately, for Avondale. But I think the crowd is making much of a difference today. We did mention in the first half it's very hostile and has not piped down at all.
We did see something very similar in the first half, as you mentioned there, Ross. After the drinks break, Dinamo were a lot better. Avondale were on top of them in the first part of it, but then now is this a chance for maybe Dinamo to reset? They've conceded that goal, just get back into the rhythm of things and push forward. They do have the win, and as you said, the fans behind them. Great banter between the fans and the referees. It's respect is shown between the two, which is great to see. We've still got plenty of football left to come this evening. We do have Dandy Thunder versus Heidelberg United tonight after this one, and then tomorrow Melbourne Victory versus Oakley, and then the Knights and Port. So plenty of football to finish up round 5, but still got plenty of time left in this one here. Those subs that Zoran Markovski has made have made a difference, as Ott and Yusuf Ahmed linking up nicely. Does Cam Watson look to his bench, Ross, and maybe try to bring someone on?
I think he has to.
He does have Oliver Dragicevic, Mikael Platt and Luka Cabrera on the bench. Maybe it looks like a one change there, maybe two, a double change here for Cam Watson, maybe a triple change. So maybe Cam Watson ready to make those changes. As we've mentioned, we don't have a subs board, so we'll try to get the right players and names as best as we can. Looks like it might be Kalina, Diven and Sharan that are coming off. No? Yes, yep, might be, yep, Diven. Kalina.
Just seen Mikael Platt come on.
Yep, it looks like Platt's on.
Curtis McFarlane.
And looks like Oliver Dragicevic, the 17-year-old.
Yes. Been at Albans since he was 13.
The youth product as Riley to bring it back into play here. Looks to go direct upfield. Free head at that time. Summer Skills, Mills. Zidius. Platt now. Zidius kept running on, crosses it into the box. It's a bit of a mix-up. Towns goes down. It will be a free kick. Ooh. And will a card come out because of that one?
I think once again, similarly to Avondale, it's a like-for-like change. Nothing severely tactical different with either side, just similar changes.
Bryce going back to Manos. Just trying to create some space as he looks to go direct upfield. It's a foot race now. It's Yusuf Ahmed. Turns back on his left. It's Ahmed. Good save by Riley to flows it up. Ott. And just couldn't get the connection with the back heel. But Yusuf Ahmed really dangerous here, Ross, since he's come on.
He's former Melbourne City youth prospect. Won Rising Star Award at Melbourne City in 2018. He's actually made his Somalia debut as well and scored against Algeria in World Cup qualifiers last year.
Manaik brought down that time by Kerr. 20 minutes to go here at Churchill Reserve, pitch 3. Peter's a target, brought down by Galevsky. Finds Dragicevic. Almost a through ball, he gets it back again, back to Galevsky. Josh Galevsky just trying to do too much there as they go back to Monet. Gets around his marker. A bit too much for Dragicevic as comes away. Towns now for Avondale. Yite Towns going through the middle of the park. Goes wide to Edwards. Finds Tavia. Gets around his marker, but Summer Skills there to clean up. Zidius. Puts it upfield. Platt could work there in the middle of the park. Now Dragicevic now can really open it up here for Dynamo. He's got Galevsky to his left. It's Galevsky now. Looking upfield. Into the box. Cleared that time by Bryce. Brought down Dragicevic. Gets tangled up. Play on, advantage, Kerr. Eventually called back after Fletcher McFarlane deemed to hold up play. Grigic, captain leading by example. Good work by Zidius now. He's just unable to keep, he's kept, it's still a Dynamo ball, Platt. Summer Skills, got to be careful. Had Ott coming down on him. Ahmed. Dragicevic there that time, just a bit too casual. Finds Yusuf Ahmed. In the middle of the park is Towns. Trying to really spread the field here. Kerr. Bit of space for Towns. Out wide, Corny Perkins here. Back to Bryce. Reed. Oh, Edwards. Good press here from Dynamo. Over the top there, Trajewski's onside. It's Trajewski now for Avondale. Cross comes in, and it will be a corner here for Avondale.
Looks like Kirk will take it.
Cross comes in, headed back, flicked on, and it was Ahmed who got the final touch, but unable to keep it down. And Dynamo survive a scare. Just over 15 minutes left to go. Ross, who do you see making the biggest? Who will put up the biggest challenge to take the lead? Do you think?
I think since Yusuf Ahmed's come on, he's been a game changer. But I still think it's still anyone's game. Look, it's probably going to be a 2-1 or a 1-1 at this point. But
Courtney Perkins with the header there. Kerr. And Dragicevic. He finds the captain in Bryce. Sevilla, good work by Summer Skills. It's Platt now. Mikael Platt. Dragicevic goes wide. He just had it a bit too much on there. We haven't seen Dynamo really test Manos in the second half and really put a shot away. They're trying to roll it in as it's another sub here. I'm not sure who's... So Corny Perkins is coming off. And it looks like it's Khalil Kamara who's coming on. Can they get the 3 points and celebrate his birthday on Tuesday with a win here today? As lovely ball out wide to Kerr. Ahmed. Tavia. Looping ball over the top. Brought down by Edwards. Cleared by Arok that time. Tavia into the box. Monaik heads it away. Kerr's there to clean up. Looking to get back on his left. Good work there from Kerr, but he gets it back again. Finds Kamara. Into Towns in the centre of the park. Tavia plays a 1-2. Ahmed coming away with it is Mills, but he has nothing in front. Platt. Dragicevic. The challenge came in from Towns. It was fair and clean. Trajewski. Kerr goes back to Kamara. Oh, Kamara, awkward first touch. He got a lucky break. Has Towns in the middle of the park, but good work that time from Zidius. And it will be a free kick. And Towns will go into the books after a roused applause from the Dynamo faithful. And Ross, this is a really good opportunity now for Dynamo to do something here.
It is, yeah. Team Zeta, since it's come on, it looks like a shining light. It looks like they've turned it on a little bit in attack. They've been a bit more focused, and I think that's what they needed. And they're going backwards. And they feed Gergic, but it doesn't reach him. Here's Tavia. Gets to Gergic. Here's Dragicevic. 17-year-old sends it over the back fence.
Just leant back a bit too much there from the youngster. First real chance you could say of the second half there, Ross, but as an Avondale now try to get out of the fence. Ott. Good block there by McFarlane. Manos in goals now, just holding it up. Gets it back again. Finds Reed. Bryce. Edwards just sends it forward to Ott. He gets on the end of it. Towns. Back to Ott. Overlapping run here from Edwards. He plays a beautiful ball into Yusuf Ahmed. Oh, solid defensive work there from Alex Mills. Avondale wanting a back pass. Referee waves him on as Grigic now goes forward. Zidius. Platt. And it's a bit too hot there for Grigic as Avondale retain the ball.
There's Manos now. Send it to Reed. So wide to the substitute, Kamara. Slowing the game down in defence here, Avondale is. It's Towns. Slips. Franczewski. Feeds Kirker on the wing. Kirker goes around him, crosses the ball in. George Ott straight into the arms of Jackson Riley. Slows the game down.
Another opportunity there for Avondale, going a waste as we head into the final 10 minutes here at Churchill Reserve. Can Dinamo hold off? As a header there from Bryce. Sevilla goes wide to Kerr. Ott's waiting for it in the middle. Goes back to Kamara. Bryce now. Puts a through ball. Ott. And Ott makes it 2 for Avondale. Brilliantly taken. And that's one way to keep the crowd quiet.
Yeah, George Ott scored last week, scored this week. It's his third goal for the season.
And that's got to really hurt Dinamo, former player.
It does.
And now Avondale are in control of the game. Dinamo have to attack in the final.
Looks like Avondale's taken an impromptu drinks break.
Dinamo might make a sub as well here. Just trying to see who's coming on. It looks like Summerschool is off. Only sub they got left is Luca Cabrera. I would say that's him.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be a frenetic finish here at Churchill Reserve. Can Dinamo bring it home in the flurry, or will Avondale hold on to their perfect record? It's Mills. Ball finds Zidius, switching to the left-hand side. He's trying to get around Kamara, but uses his body well. Towns. Bryce. Not sure if that was meant for Edwards, but they get out of trouble. Only as far as Dragicevic. Platt now. Don't they need a goal from him today? Dragicevic on the edge of the box. Finds McFarlane. Got to go forward here as Zidius. Poorly done that time from Cabrera. Though he wins the tackle back. Good work from Kerr now. Avondale push on for a third as Ahmed rode the challenge. Ott goes wide, but it'll be no advantage and called back there after a foul on Yusuf Ahmed. Reed to bring it in.
Jodeski to Reed. Finds Ott. Out to Kerr. Wants to send to Jodeski. Kamara. Is Reed intercepted. And a rock. Here's Manet. He's fallen in the box, there's no penalty. Gergic sends the ball into the middle of the park.
They go back to Mills. 6 minutes left to go plus stoppage time here. And that time not able to get it under control as Kamara brings it in. And time slowly ticking by for Dinamore. They swing at it that time from Bryce forward. Grigic sends it back. They've got to go forward at every chance. Tavia. Play on is the call. It's Cabrera. Chose the wrong option there. Good tackle that time from Bryce. They're coming in thick and fast at tackles here. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Trajewski now finds himself as Trajewski. Good save by Riley. They're not out of trouble as yet. Squares it. Tavia took too many touches. Kerr's kept it in. Shots blocked, headed away as far as Towns. Ahmed gets around his marker. Yusuf Ahmed still going. Edwards. Happy to go back to Reed. Back to Manos. Goes wide to Kamara on the right-hand side. Tavia with a bit of space now. Going forward. Lovely through ball out wide. Kerr. Step over into the box. Oh, Ott got in the way there. Eventually cleared by Dinamore.
This Towns. To Kamara. Bodies past. Sends the ball into Kerr. Miss kicks it. It looks like it's going to be a Dinamo free kick. Restart. Sends the ball to Riley. It's a rock. Gergic. Back to Gergic. There's a rock. Zidius. There's a rock now. To Platt. There's a heavy touch. Dispossesses. Jodeski sends a long ball to nobody. There's Zidius. Slowly bring the ball back to the centre of the park. Here's a rock. Sends a long ball down the line. Headed out of play by Daniel Edwards.
2.5 minutes left to go here. Can Dinamo find an equalizer here? Platt. Oh, it forces a big save out of Manos there. It is a corner, so still another chance. That's what maybe they need to do, Ross. Just get him on those quick movements. The build-up play is a bit slow. Is this a moment?
First time he's really been tested this half as well.
Exactly. Good point there. As a cross to come in. Looping ball, looking for the back post. It's Grigic there. Needs a bit of assistance. Has Dragicevic, the youngster. Good cross into the box. Couldn't get it under control that time, was Manaik. To the groans of the Dinamo faithful. 90 seconds left plus stoppage time. Manos taking his time to get back in it. Can't really blame him in this heat. It's 34 degrees. Both sets of fans and players are definitely left nothing in the tank. Zidius. It's a free kick. Not sure what that was for. Avondale now just happy to soak up as much time as they can. We've got a minute of normal time to go. Towns goes short to his captain in Bryce. Puts a lovely through ball. It's George Ott now. Ott squares it. No one's home. Grigic too slow. Yusuf Ahmed. He makes it 3. He makes it a double for himself. But more importantly, he gives all 3 points to Avondale. And their undefeated streak to the start of the season continues on.
And there's 6 minutes added on as well. Just to rub it in to the Dinamo. Zoran Malkovsky, a genius perhaps with the substitutes. Involved in all 3 goals. Of course, these 2 goals today is only 2 goals for the season so far. There's Platt. Still to Platt. And it's going to be ushered out. And the ball's with Manos.
They've got 7 players who have scored goals in this lineup today, Avondale. And that's been the difference. As you mentioned, Ross, those substitutions have made a big difference to the game. And credit needs to go to Zoran Markovsky and his coaching staff. As Yusuf Ahmed, since he's come on, has been absolutely instrumental.
As mentioned, 6 minutes added on. Still time for perhaps another one for Avondale, or a consolation goal for Dinamo as Trzeski tries to find space. And it sends George Ott down the line. Still George Ott. Still George Ott. And Trevia off the post. Still with George Ott again. He crosses the ball in to Trzeski over the bar.
Oh,
wow.
Could have easily been 4 there. You just feel, Ross, that despite the scoreline, you can't afford to concede anymore, because this season, 3 go down, it could come down to goal difference.
It could. It could.
So, if things stay the same, Avondale keep the undefeated streak alive, and they head into the game against Preston Lions next week as favourites. Well,
first, second.
yeah,
So
massive game. And Dinamo face a red-hot Oakley who is starting to just hit form. They play tomorrow against the Melbourne Knights, so the Knights' struggles continue if they lose tomorrow, and Oakley will definitely be up for the challenge as they go wide to Edwards now. 3 minutes left to go here. Tavia. Reed, happy to go back to Manos. Another ball out wide, Edwards. He keeps it in. He's got ample of space there as Edwards charges forward. Leads Trejcheski out wide. It's Kerr. Trejcheski still going. Tavia! And he makes it 4. And surely that seals all. 3 points. Luca Tavia, second goal of the season, and they were lining up there, Ross.
they were. I think Trejcheski's unlucky there not to get a goal for himself. It's hit the post, it's hit a player, he's got the assist in the end, but looks like just Dinamo's just dropped their heads here a little bit. It doesn't feel like a 4-1 game, not at all.
Definitely not. You're definitely right about that, Ross. Despite the scoreline at Dinamo Hills, still happy to cheer their team home, and as Edwards and Ahmed, as Ross, who do you say your man of the match was? Because well, a lot to choose from in the second half. First half, not so much clear, but second half was definitely a lot clearer. Who was your 3-2-1?
Well, if it was just based off the first half, I would have given it to Jackson Riley because he is having a brilliant game. But George Ott's here offside. I think you've got to give it to George Ott's got what 2-1. It's Tavia's pulled the strings a little bit in midfield. He's got a goal himself and a couple of assists, I think. Look, it's tough. Manos hasn't touched the ball, so it's just. And that's the game over.
And there it is. The full-time whistle blows at Churchill Reserve, pitch 3. And it's the visitors taking this one 4-1. They got off to a good start, and Josh Diven scored in the 24th minute, but in the second half it was a different game as Yusuf Ahmed came on and scored a double in the 64th and 89th minute. George Ott in the 80th and Luca Tavia in the 94th minute. So Avondale's clean win streak continues on, 5 on the trot. Dinamo, unfortunately, suffer their loss after a great win last week. And Ross, talk us about the game. How did you see it from your eyes?
First half, looked like Dinamo had a bit of control, and then we saw momentum change obviously after the drinks break. Dinamo took charge. Avondale had it in the first couple minutes. Dinamo scored, sat back, enjoyed the 1-0 lead, and then Avondale scored, drinks break, and then just shots fired all the whole game. I think Dinamo was a bit unlucky to go away there with a 4-1 loss, to be honest. They didn't really challenge Tomanos, I don't think, in the second half-ish, but it does not feel like a 4-1 game as mentioned, but I think that will go home, I guess, disappointed with that result.
Well, on behalf of the team here, Ross Papadakis and Alex Sifkarowski, I want to thank you all for tuning in. There's still plenty of football left to come. Still a game after this. It's Dandy Thunder versus Heidelberg. Stay tuned for that one. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your long weekend.